Hi, thanks for gardening with me. I'm Melissa, and today we're going to go over the part 2 of the greenhouse build. So excited to finally show you the end result. I hope that you stay tuned and watch the whole thing. If you have any questions, please let me know.
So I got most of the gravel in. I still have like one more load out there, and altogether it was 3 tons of gravel that I've moved in the last 2 days with my Kawasaki and a shovel. So my back is not loving me right now, but I'm ready to do my final wall, and I wanted to put a post in the ground in the center of this wall just so it'll be sturdy, because this is the wall that's going to have the door on it. So the door is basically going to be attached to the 4x4. That way, you know, when you're opening and shutting the door and slamming it or whatever, the whole wall is not going to shake. I want it to be super sturdy. So I'm going to put that in the ground with concrete, and then I'll put the cinder blocks going all along the bottom like I did around the rest of the building. The only difference is this time I'm doing it first before I build the wall, which is the intelligent way to do it.
Putting the door in, I wanted to make sure that I had the cinder blocks that went up a little bit high on this side in particular, because I don't want any water to be able to come in underneath the door. And this area of the yard does hold a lot of water right now. Hopefully we'll be able to fix that in the future. But really coming along, and the next step here is going to be to install the window and to get this door and whole wall buttoned up. I just love this hardware that I got for the door. I got it off of Amazon. Love how simple and clean the lines are. I used it for this door, for the door going into the potting shed from the front, and also for the door going into the potting shed from the greenhouse. So now just getting this last wall put up here. The cuts weren't super difficult on this side because there's not a lot of things to cut around. Well, there's things to cut around, but on the inside there's going to be circles to cut around, and it's not going to be quite so easy. So this went up pretty smooth, got it painted, and just about finished with the outside and ready to start moving inside. So today is the first day that I really get to get started on putting the final touches on the inside that's going to make it look pretty. This is going to cover up all the 2x4s. Now I do have a lot of bits and pieces of this left over. Unfortunately not enough to do all of it. So I'm kind of at an in-between place where do I use some of this and you know, just try to use up what I have and try to, you know, save some money, or go in a totally different direction, because I got some beadboard today. I don't have it out here yet. It's the 4x8 sheets of paneling, but it's the skinny. So instead of this having the thick lines, it's got real skinny lines. So I'm just not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'll probably, and I didn't get enough to do all of it because I really want to use some of what I have. At the end of the day, I really don't think it's that big of a difference if I have some of one and some of the other. I don't know, because it's all going to be painted white, so I think the details like that are probably going to not be quite so noticeable. So this is the insulation that I got.
Not the best insulation in the whole wide world. It's rated 3.75, I think it is. But it's fine for a greenhouse. I think it'll be just fine. Everything is really sealed well on the outside. So I may double this up. Depends on how much I have. So this is where I am so far. I have the top insulated and have the paneling up, and then the bottom I have insulated. Next step is to put the paneling on the bottom, then caulk around the windows and paint. Okay, so here I am at the end of today. I always feel like I'm gonna get a lot more done than I actually do, because everything's always so much harder than you think it's gonna be. I didn't get this little piece finished right here because I cut a piece too short, and I'm just spent for the day. I'm over it. So I don't think I would make good decisions if I tried to cut that right now. So I'm gonna hold off on that, but the rest of it turned out pretty good. I do have it pretty heavily caulked in a few places, but that is okay. After I get it painted, nobody will ever know. So, except for you and me. But there we go. That's the end of today. I've got to go in and get ready. It is my granddaughter's senior day at volleyball. That's Savannah Wright, and just so proud of her. Can't wait to go watch her play. So I'll be back at it tomorrow. Okay, so day 2 of working on the interior walls. I've got the first coat of paint on. It's looking pretty good. I mean, you can still see some of the areas where I caulked it pretty heavy. It's looking pretty good. I didn't want to start on the other walls yet, just because this wall was too much. So I'm probably going to wait till it gets a little bit cooler outside, which I think in the next couple days it's supposed to get cooler. And then I'll come back in here and work on the other walls and getting a second coat of paint. I had just enough paint to do this wall, and then completely ran out. Looking good. So here we are. I hate to finish for the day, but it started raining, so I can't really use power tools outside in the rain. So just going to stop right here. My measurements are not great. I am definitely off in some spots. I knew it was going to be a booger. I had to move that light that's over the window. It was behind the door, but I had to move it because I wasn't able to get the door all the way open. So move that and then just cutting circles out. It was a booger, but it's done, at least half of it anyway. Now I have to do the bottom half, which shouldn't be anywhere near as difficult because it's just straight cuts. So I definitely am going to need to trim out the door and the window, and I don't know what I'm going to do around this fan. My cuts were definitely off there, and I don't really know if there's a round trim, so I'll just have to go take a trip to Lowe's and see what I can find. Also had to use a different screw on my black light over there, so I'm gonna have to touch that up with some black paint. Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. I wish I could finish the wall today, but save it for another day, right? Okay, so today I got the last 2 walls finished. I do still have some things that I could touch up here and there. Obviously, I still have to paint. And then this wall, I got the trim piece on the top, as well as there. That yellow or tan is all wood filler that I used. And then this is the last wall over here. So it all looks pretty good. I still need to trim out the inside of that, and I'll probably make some kind of frame for the outside of that one as well. And the corners still need a trim piece on both corners. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a trim piece against the building. Probably, more than likely I will. But this window, I did the trim on the inside of it, so now I just need to put a frame around the outside of it, and then that'll look pretty good. And other than that, just painting, and then I'll be able to move on to cutting out my door that goes right there. I have made a mess. Look at this mess outside. There's my home station. So I'm gonna clean up all this mess, go inside and get some dinner. Going along pretty good so far though. So I did go ahead and finish painting all the walls, putting the trim up. The walls are completely finished at this point. Now it's just time to move on to making the tables. And this is some of the wood for one of the tables. Here's some of my plans that I drew up. I always draw everything up on this kind of paper. That way I have the dimensions and sizes of everything that I need. I don't just go cutting willy-nilly because that would make me crazy. So got 2 of these tables finished today, and then I'll finish the next one at another time.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So this is in no way, shape, or form clean right now. I've just been using this to store a bunch of stuff and putting my tools and things in here. But the potting shed, and then I just got my door cut out today. This is the door that's going to go there. So I need to frame it out, get hinges, put the door on, and then trim all the way around it on both sides. And then this walks right out into the greenhouse. Pretty exciting stuff. So here's my progress for today and yesterday. I got my floor put in, which pretty excited about that. Now I don't have to walk on the dirty gravel anymore. It was just messy. And I got things pretty much situated to where I want them, but I'm sure things will change in here all the time because I'm planning on growing some lettuces and things like that through the winter. And I have a couple things here that I just potted up. You know, this has just been potted recently, so it's coming back to life though. I think everything's really loving it. This is getting ready to bloom, and it was almost dead. Everything was brought in from outside, so everything seems to be doing really well. This is the pot I plan on filling it with. I have some worm castings and some organic potting soil, and I'm going to put my lettuce seeds in here. And then I also have my door installed. Now this door is going to be the same color as the door on the potting shed, and this walks right into the potting shed. So pretty excited. Oh, and Tony helped me carry the table in here today. It needs bleached and cleaned, but I think it'll be perfect. And then right here is going to be a sink that my neighbors gave me, and then I have a cabinet that may go on the wall, may go under the sink, not sure yet, but it's coming along. And this is where progress stops right now. I will come back and paint the door and do some more tidying up of the plants after the new year. But now it's time to just settle in and enjoy the holidays with the family. And I just want to thank you all so much for watching this video, coming along with me on this journey. It's really been a dream of mine, and I thank you very much. God bless. Have a great week.